So here we go. I'm dipping into the paint. Just gonna make sure I get this all around. Now, you could do a light application and you can always come back and do it darker. I recommend a few light coats. Okay, so let's go back in. Now that's fairly wet. I'm gonna offload it onto the paper towels. And you just want a light up and down motion. You're just pouncing directly up and down. What you don't want is for the paint to seep underneath. So an up and down motion should help. My fabric is actually a little longer than the stencil itself, so what I'm doing here is taking a sponge brush and I'm just filling in the gaps. Once it's in the frame, I don't want to see the green fabric. I want to see that pattern continue right to the very top. So I'm just going to fill in with paint, and I'm just going by eye. There's really no trick to this. Just do whatever looks best. So I've got the black, I'm filling in the bird. Now I'm going to go in with the green, and instead of using a full brush, I've just cut off a little piece of foam. I'm going to dab it and then go in and touch up. And I'll just continue along with the green until that's finished. So here we are pulling out all the staples in this frame.
Ready to go.
Looking a lot better already.
That's really all it needs. It's smooth now.
Okay, so the next step is actually oiling it.
See the difference? After that, it's all soaked in. There's almost nothing to wipe off. So make sure there's no areas that.
Are you using a white cotton cloth?
Use a nice, an old piece of t-shirt, nice cotton cloth, white. I don't use anything with colors because the color can sometimes bleed out onto your work. So you can see it's all soaked in nice and evenly. It's drying up on blocks, and always lay your rags out to dry even between use. You don't want them to light on fire. So don't crumple in the ball and put them in the garbage.
So we've got this ready to go, and as you can see, we've got a staple here right in the middle. We've actually placed 4 staples all the way around. We're using an Aero PT50, and we've got it hooked up to this air compressor. It's just a little pancake compressor. So let's get started. I guess we'll start at the top, and we'll go down to the bottom. I think it's safe to go all the way along. Just pull as we go. Now let's just feel how taut that is.
That's pretty good.
I think it feels good. Okay, so let's come along. Let's go from the middle outwards. Gets a little tricky. Okay, I think before we proceed, we should maybe flip it around and check it out. And then we can proceed with putting some staples in the middle if it's needed. So we're ready to drill for our hanger. And what I've done is I've measured 10 inches down from the top. The entire frame is 30 inches long, so I've done about 1/3. So we're just going to screw this right in on the mark. We're ready to tie the wire on, and I've got some stainless steel wire here. We're going to come up through the D-ring. We're going to come back on itself and around. Then we're going to come back through the D-ring and pull it through. And what that does is it creates a little slip knot. Just pull it as tight as you can. Then we're going to come around. Oops. Try to avoid your fabric. And tighten as you go. Just going to wrap it right around the wire. Just very tightly. Now after about 3 or 4 you can cut it, but I've got a short length here, so I'm just going to continue wrapping. We can tidy up that end after. And there you go. That's how it's done. So we're going to do this on the other side, but before I do, I'm just going to take it across. I'm going to give myself some length. And I'm just going to cut it maybe 4 to 6 inches. And just to show you, you're going to have about that much slack so that we can put like a double hook in there to hold it. It's the moment of truth. Let's get it on the fence.